Hey guys, so now that we got the default, we sort of understand that this stuff is getting rendered. The index.html, the CSHTML of the home controller is getting rendered. We can change this, and we can change the overall layout. I want to talk about changing some more of the styles. This is sort of the probably one of the last little. We'll actually start coding after this tutorial. So anyways, so we're going to see this here, this bundles config file in our app start. And in this file, we're going to see a bunch of stuff like bundles.add scripts. And we'll see here's our jQuery, different versions of jQuery. We're going to have just a bunch of stuff. Modernizer, another awesome JavaScript framework. I don't know if I want to call it framework or whatever. I guess it is. But anyways, the part that we're really concerned with right now is this Bootstrap. So by default, Bootstrap's pretty cool, but there's Boostwatch. If you go to boostwatch.com, it just adds a couple, sort of cooler features to Bootstrap, which are, I think, are really nice. So we're just gonna pick one of these. I guess I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go to boostwatch.com. They're great. They're all open source. I'm gonna save it as I'm just gonna call it I'm just gonna call it Sandstone. .css already has that, and save it to my desktop. You can also, they have a CDN, so you can host this from their CDN, and that's fine too, but just in case they ever take it away, this way you'll always have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my desktop, and I see sandstone.css. I'm going to add that to my content, and then I can do a couple things. I can go ahead and just get rid of Bootstrap because it's already actually in there, or I can just add it in addition. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of Bootstrap to kind of keep things, simple. Sorry, I'm trying to read how I spelt it because I misspelled it. So what this basically does, this bundles.add new style bundle, is this is basically taking all of our CSS files, bundling them together, and then displaying them out here. So when we see here styles.render content.css, this is rendering all of our files that are in this content. We're in our bundles config. So we see styles.render content.css is including all of these files. So if we added a different CSS, like we have our site CSS, which just sort of has some default stuff in there, or we have this, which is the minified version of Bootstrap with some additional Sandstone stuff in it. We can go ahead, we can add other CSS or whatever stuff we want to directly like that, so we don't have to call a bunch of different CSS files in our layout page, and it just keeps things nice and tidy. So I'm just going to play it and make sure that it works, and you're going to see that it does in fact work, and it's going to look a little bit better. Also, I should note too that for whatever reason my screen seems to flicker whenever I load up a new page. And I hope no one's like epileptic or anything, but I can't figure out why. I'm using Cam Studio or whatever I'm using. I've used it a bunch of times before. It's never done this. So hopefully in the later videos I'll get that worked out. But anyways, as you can see, the styles changed. It's kind of made it a little bit different, a little bit better, although this looks actually a lot less professional, but whatever. You get the idea about how to change the default CSS. So very cool. In the next video we're going to be talking about the controller and the view and how to start passing data in between them.